corruption on steroids, and Donald Trump is lying, claiming that he knows nothing about it, as his Attorney General is planning to hand out almost $2 billion in what could be secret payments to violent criminal Trump supporters or anyone else Donald Trump wants to give money to. That's next. Senator Elizabeth Warren is calling it corruption on steroids. Donald Trump is ordering the United States Treasury to pay $1,776 million to criminals who were convicted of violently attacking the Capitol in an attempt to overthrow a presidential election won decisively by Joe Biden. Donald Trump did this in the form of a so-called settlement of a lawsuit that he filed against the federal government, which he controls, for $10 billion, when Donald Trump's attempt to basically steal $10 billion directly from the federal government became politically unbearable even for Donald Trump. He forced the Justice Department to settle his case, which is a frivolous lawsuit of no merit at all. And the Justice Department announced the settlement today, landing on the magic number of 1776 as the precise figure for a fund called the Anti-Weaponization Fund. The fund will be controlled by Donald Trump and his Attorney General, and nothing the fund does needs to be made public, according to the agreement. Nothing the fund does can be questioned by anyone outside the fund, like a court. The fund will be run by 5 members chosen by Donald Trump through his Attorney General. The fund will pay unlimited amounts that will not be taxable income to anyone Donald Trump and his Attorney General decide have somehow been victimized by being prosecuted for their crimes, or they could just give the money to anyone who claims they've been in any way bothered by the American legal system. When asked about it today, Donald Trump told this lie. He said, "I have to tell you, I know very little about it. I wasn't involved in the whole creation of it and the negotiation, but this is reimbursing people that were horribly treated." Donald Trump is the plaintiff in this case. It is impossible to legally settle a lawsuit without the plaintiff knowing everything about the settlement and approving everything about the settlement personally. Donald Trump's lawyers would not be allowed legally to settle this case without Donald Trump being involved in that settlement. So Donald Trump continues to lie and continues to believe that there is no way of insulting the intelligence of elected Republicans in Washington or his Republican voters. Joining us now is Democratic Councilman O'Connell of California. He's a member of the House Oversight Committee. Congressman O'Connell, we have never seen anything like it, and as I read this thing, it's really open to Donald Trump to give money to anyone he wants to, even if you weren't prosecuted for anything by the Justice Department.
Lawrence, this 1776 fund is making a mockery of every principle of our 1776 founding. I mean, it's literally Donald Trump stealing American taxpayer money and giving it to his criminal allies. No president in our history has ever just stolen American taxpayer money like this. And what is shameful is at a time where Americans have more costs of food, of gas, of utilities because of a war Donald Trump started, he's not taking this money and giving a check to the American people as any decent president would do. He has no regard for the public good. It's shameful. It's the most corrupt administration in American history.
The details of this are really quite stunning as you read them. It includes the fact that they make no claim of being able to prevent anything illegal from being done with the money by any recipients of the money.
Absolutely not. I mean, well, I think Attorney General has blocked all the Epstein files. He's going to get to appoint 5 people on a board who are basically going to determine who gets the money of this tax dollars. There's no legal process. It's Trump's cronies getting to distribute working class money, taxpayer money, to whoever supported him. And these are criminals. These are people who invaded the Capitol. These are people who beat police officers. It is just total corruption in plain sight.
And then it's a 5-person group And a quorum is defined in the agreement as 3, and a majority of that quorum, 2, is all you need to actually get one of these payments. It's just, and there's no, as I read it, there's no requirement for any of the decisions, anything that was done by this group, to be made public.
Nothing. Basically, you have to convince Todd Blanche that you're a Trump acolyte. You could have a criminal record. You could have beat a cop. You could have been part of the insurrection. You could have destroyed the Capitol. But if you're for Donald Trump and you can show that, this group, the secret group, will take American tax dollars and basically hand it to you. And we're not talking about an insignificant sum. We're talking about $1.7 billion. I mean, you could have a check to everyone who has a higher gas prices at the pump. Instead, you're funding Trump's criminal allies. And I think people are seeing this now. Because it's not just corruption. It's corruption that's taking, literally, stealing from American taxpayers.
And the Treasury Secretary is involved in this particular corruption. Donald Trump ordering the Treasury Secretary to deliver that money to the Justice Department. Congressman Kenner, we have to squeeze in a commercial break here. If you can please stay with us when we come back. I want to ask you about today's interview by the House with the last person who thinks she's the last person who saw Jeffrey Epstein alive. That's next.